Now then, my friends, if you watch the channel regularly, you'll know that I have an electric car, a Porsche Taycan. Now, I've put it through its sort of like limits. I've gone from John O'Groats to Land's End. I've pit it against a diesel car with Geoff Buys Cars. We've driven from east to west. We've literally driven everywhere we can in the UK. Now, we've actually booked a ferry, and it's the next stage, and we're going to take things to the next level. Now, for all you evangelists out there, I am going to try my very best to make the EV win against the diesel, because we're going to take it literally from the UK all the way down to Benidorm. We're going to get Geoff Buys Cars on the phone in a moment. We're going to go through how many miles it is and what the actual challenge is against each other. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to film the entire journey along the way in different stages and take you guys with us. And I'm going to try and get there before Geoff Buys Cars. So, if you're new to the channel, do hit the subscribe button, click the little bell for notifications of when I upload new videos. Now, without further ado, my friends, let's go. So, Geoff is going to take a diesel car. I don't know which one he's going to take yet or what car it's going to be. I'm guessing it's going to be an old Volvo, as that is what he's renowned for. He loves his old Volvos, especially the estates. I'm going to take my Taycan. Now, the only thing is, my car goes in to have the fans repaired on it 2 days before I go away. So fingers crossed it's ready. Also, I might need some new tyres, which is going to be a little costly. Probably, I reckon I need about maybe 2 or 4 tyres, which is going to be quite a few £1,000s. Geoff's car probably didn't even cost that. Let's go and get him on the phone and let's go through the actual route we're going to take, etc., and what we've got in store. Come on. Right, let's get Geoff Buys Cars on the phone. Here we go.
The MacMaster.
Geoff Buys Cars, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How's things?
Well, I'm in the Lake District at the moment and it's roasting. What is going on? It's like being in Spain.
We'll probably best enjoy it because we've only got about 4 days of this and then we'll be straight back to rain. This is England after all.
Well, there is a few planes flying overhead. That's controversial, so we'll say no more.
Yeah, we'll keep quiet about all that.
So, we are driving to Benidorm. How many miles is it going to be?
It's about 1,200 depending on the route. I mean, 1,200 is really the minimum.
I'm going to win.
I think, well, we shall see. I mean, it's all still to play for. My big concern at the moment is the car that I've chosen because, I mean, it had quite a few problems when I bought it, and although I fixed quite a lot of problems, it now seems to have more problems. So there's that. However, I am going to avoid the toll roads.
Oh, hang on a minute. So you're going to avoid the toll roads. I don't know which route I'm going to take yet because I have to use the inbuilt Porsche navigation system, thanks to my mate David Joyce, who has told me, he works in the motor industry, and he said, you are using your inbuilt navigation system, aren't you, for Porsche? I said, no, I've always used Waze. He went, why? And I said, well, because that's what I use. He went, but if you use your navigation system, it preconditions your battery before you get there and tells you where to stop at.
I don't think you should have just admitted that on an actual YouTube video. So basically, for the 2 years that you've owned that car, you've been doing it all wrong.
Well, apparently I've been doing it wrong. I should be doing it that way. So I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to do it the proper way. And I'm going to do it so it preconditions the battery. It tells me which ones to stop at. I'm going to let the Porsche navigation system do all the work for me. And I'm going to win.
Okay, that's interesting then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get down there as cheaply as possible. So I'm going to avoid the toll roads. And it will be an interesting experiment to see who has the better journey. I'm going to use something that I think is fairly economical. That's my plan anyway. And the time that you'll spend charging gives me a little bit of a bracket of time where I can take possibly a slightly longer route. So I think this is quite an interesting little challenge.
Are we stopping halfway, or are we just going to go for it? What's the plan? Are we
Now,
going to...
because people often say to us, you guys are the new Top Gear, there's a destination that I'd like to go to that is about as Top Gear as it gets, and that is the Millau Viaduct. So this is the beautiful, long, very high bridge at the bottom of France. That's about 500 miles from Calais. So we're going to do 500 miles in the first day, and we're going to stay over somewhere near there so that we can film on the viaduct in the morning, because I just think that's going to be worthwhile. So that's the plan. So we'll stay over there. The other reason that we're not just blasting straight down to Benidorm as well is because many people have said, oh, we really like the interaction that you two have together, and if we just race all down there is no interaction, there's just phone calls. So we'll do that. So I will take the non-toll road route to Millau.
Yeah.
I've got to learn to say that. And you can then I've done the phone call coming in there, you might have to edit that bit out.
I'll just leave it, we'll just go with it.
We'll just go with it, yeah. Jeff's phone rings all day long and there's nothing you can do about it. I only answer it if it's the wife. Anyway, so I will go the long route, avoiding the toll roads down to Millau. You will go the normal route, going as fast as you possibly can, observing the speed limit and all of the Porsche charger points that you need to stop at. And then we will hopefully have some dinner in Millau and then film. I've got a vision of us doing some rolling shots on the viaduct. That's my vision.
Can I ask, how much was your car?
It was 1,100 quid, and I'm spending a little bit on it because of all the problems that it's got. But it should come up all finished and done and on the ferry for less than 1 month's payment on your Taycan.
Well, I may have to have some new tyres, and I worked it out, probably looking around about 1,200 quid.
Okay, so my car all in will be not far off what you spend on some tyres. I did my tyres today. My tyres were 300 quid for the whole set.
Yeah. Well, I'm ready for it, and I'm going to work. Do you know what? The evangelists, I'm sure you're watching, right? I am, and I've each time, even though they've not believed me, I have actually been on their side. I've been working for the evangelists.
Well, this time, I mean, what we get in the comments is you haven't planned your journey and you went to the expensive chargers. But European charging, everybody says to you all the time, it's much better in Europe. It's much better in Europe. So we're going to find out if it's better in Europe. You might have the easiest journey of your life.
I've got a good feeling about this. I've got a good feeling. The only thing is, the advantage that you have is, I've got to drive back, whereas you can just dump your car and get on a plane.
Yeah, I think so, but I'm already too attached to it to dump it, so it's not going to be a scrapper down there. I'll tell you what does concern me, though, heat. And you don't have this problem because you've got air conditioning. Now, my aircon doesn't work. I suspect it is probably not fixable. I don't have a sunroof, and so I'm going to be rolling on black leather seats with all 4 windows down. So that's going to be me. So I'm going to need a new driver's seat by the time we get down there.
So what is the challenge then? The challenge is who gets there first, or who gets there the cheapest?
I think once again it's a little bit of both. Because we'll definitely be able to tot up the time difference. But also, I think this is an interesting consumer study for people who want to know what is the best way to get down to the bottom of Spain. Should you take the toll roads or should you avoid the toll roads? I think there's a lot of very good, valuable consumer advice that is going to come out of basically just you and me going on all day.
It's going to be an epic journey, really, on both channels. You're filming your side of the journey. I'm filming my side of the journey. We're taking the ferry over, which is going to be quite scenic and quite nice. So we're going to be filming that as well. So Jeff's going to be doing your side of the journey. So make sure, if you're not subscribed to Geoff, head over and subscribe to Jeff's channel, because you can see both sides of the story then and see who has the most interesting journey down. I think you're going to be sweating a lot.
Well, yeah, I absolutely am. And some people say to us, oh, you're both doing it for the clickbait. But I think the other side of that is all I've wanted to do all of my life is be a Top Gear presenter. And now I'm finally in a position where I'm able to work with my friend and say, let's do a Top Gear style challenge right down to the bottom of Spain. And I think if nobody watches the video, it's going to be worth it anyway.
Do you know what? I reckon it's going to be fun. We've only known each other, what, about a year, is it, or something, maybe?
Yeah, about a year.
And we've had some right laughs, so I reckon it's going to be excellent fun. It's going to be a bit of camaraderie along the way, and that's why we stopped, because we did think about just going for it and just saying, let's just get the hell down there. But there's absolutely no point in that, because what's the content?
Yeah, absolutely. And I've been over the Milan Viaduct before, but only in the middle of the night, and I didn't have the time at that point in life to stop and do photos and stuff in the morning. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that bridge. And I just think it's going to be an epic couple of days. Anything could happen, because, I mean, my car's 30 years old, so, you know, anything could go wrong with it. And we shall see. I mean, we should both have got tow bars fitted, really. One of us could have taken a car trailer, because if one of them does break, then we can just tow it, can't we? But well, hopefully both cars will make it to Benidorm, and then I'm going to take you out for some proper food, because you keep eating fish and chips and pies and stuff. So we'll go out for some proper Spanish tapas and paella.
Oh, no, I don't want anything that's looking back at me, that's for sure. There's nothing that's looking back at me, so it is going to be interesting. I am looking forward to it. I've got to clarify one thing, by the way. Been a lot of comments in the comments section of people saying that I've been slating my Taycan. I have never once slated that car in general, not the car itself. I've always been quite complimentary about the Taycan, and so have you.
But I don't have a problem with the Taycan. Like I said, if I was bored of looking at that Taycan, and if it wasn't a good-looking car, we wouldn't be about to embark on our 4th challenge over 1,200 miles, because I would be sick of staring at it, and I would be sick of editing videos of it. It's a great-looking car. It's one of the best-looking 4-door cars that you could buy. The only problems, as you said in all your videos, is the charging network, and that's what we're setting out to prove. Is it any better in Europe? And is it cheaper in Europe? Who knows? Are we just getting ripped off in Britain? Is it just our country that's the problem? Let's find out.
Well, we will find out. And a little spoiler.
I've got a little spoiler on my car, actually.
Have you? You got a little spoiler. Did you know there's a brand new Generation 2 Porsche Taycan out, by the way?
The next one?
Yeah.
I did see a photo of one in purple, and it had gold wheels.
You like that, don't you?
I really do. I like anything with gold wheels on it.
And it looks sexy.
Yeah. Are you getting a little bit excited about the new Taycan?
Well, you know, watch this spec. I may have got one, who knows?
Oh, no, that would be a turn up for the books, wouldn't it? Well, it would literally be a turn up for the books. But, you know, the new Porsche Taycan, can it do all of the stuff that the current Porsche Taycan is doing? Will it persuade people to buy them? I guess we'll see. But I can tell you one thing about the new Porsche Taycan, right? I'll tell you one thing for an absolute fact.
Go on.
Is the best looking EV you can buy.
Oh, without a doubt. Wait, I mean, there is the Audi e-tron, but then if you buy that, you think, well, actually, why have I bought this when I should have had the Porsche?
The e-tron is the poor man's Taycan, and it's just not as exciting as the Taycan.
You do realise you've shot any chance of Audi sponsoring you now?
Yeah, sorry Audi. If you were looking to sponsor Geoff Buys Cars, I'm afraid you're probably out.
However, if Porsche's out there you go. I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be a great journey. We're going to be doing it in the next, we're not going to say the exact date, but it's booked and it's in the next week or so, isn't it?
Oh, we can't say the date. You'd have evangelists trying to sabotage you.
Yeah, but it's...
No, they'd be trying to sabotage me, wouldn't they?
They'd be
like, right, we're gonna get Jeff's Volvo so that the EV finally wins one.
I might put a heater in your car so it gets even hotter.
Oh, I don't think you're going to need to. Honestly, it's been 20 degrees today and I've already gone through 3 t-shirts.
I'm baking here. It's unbelievable. Anyway, so there we go. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to Geoff Buys Cars as well. This is going to be an epic road trip. EV versus... It is diesel, isn't it, Geoff?
Well, let's say yes, but I haven't actually registered a number plate for the ferry just in case something goes wrong. I mean, this is Geoff Buys Cars after all, so there is still a chance that I'm going to be buying a car just before the ferry. It depends. If my car keeps throwing up problems at the rate that it is, then it might well be something different.
I'm in it for the evangelists this time. I'm on their side. Let's give it a go. I've said this, I feel like I've said this a million times, but this time I'm going to use the Porsche navigation system and hopefully it'll plan my route or whatever if you're in the States, and it's going to give me the best possible way to go at the cheapest charging rate and the fastest. Looking forward to this. Geoff, I will catch you later and I'll see you at the ferry.
Yeah, I will see you at the ferry. Right, it's on.
It's on. Catch you later. Cheers, mate.
Bye.
Bye. I am really looking forward to this. This is going to be an epic road trip against Geoff Buys Cars. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Join me along the way. It's going to be a little bit of fun, a little bit of laughter and a little bit of a challenge. Don't take it too seriously. Well, I'm actually taking it seriously. I've got to win this time. I've got to do it. I'm in it for the evangelist this time. So hit the subscribe button, click the little bell for notifications of when I upload new videos. Now, before I burn, because it is absolutely baking here in the UK for a change, I'm going to get a head off and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.